Well, hello everyone. This is Cynthia Prospers with the HR Source, and today we have special guest with us, Mr. Bill Shackleford, who is the Director of Diversity and Inclusion of the HR Source, for the HR Source. Oh, just a little tongue tied there. As well as we also have Miss Germaine Robinson, who is the HR Source Consultant. So, how are you all doing today?
Doing
Doing
great.
great. Good morning, everyone. Thanks for having us.
Good
Good morning,
morning.
everyone. I'm in Atlanta, Georgia, having a great time here. Beautiful weather.
Wonderful, wonderful. Well, I
And
wish we
I'm
could
in
share
the
some of
Bay
that with.
Area.
Well, I just want to ask you all a few questions from the actual conference that you attended, and I know Jermaine that you were one of our nice vendors. Yay! So I want to begin with you first, Bill. Tell us about how the SHRM Diversity and Inclusion Conference went.
The conference was excellent. We were exhibitors there at the conference. I've attended SHRM conference before, both the local and national conference. This was a national diversity and inclusion conference.
Mhm.
I told Jermaine this was one of the most well-organized exhibit areas I've seen. We had it organized that the people had to come into the area there for special bracelets there. Our booth was excellent in an excellent spot. We worked very hard to get that very top spot in the booth and do a lot of attention. People were there. We had a great time. It was a well attended conference, 800 plus individuals there. I think more than they expected. They were expecting 5 to 6. They sold out when the conference started. So it was a very, very good occasion, worked out very well. And the weather cooperated as well. It was hot in San Francisco. I mean, really hot. It's hot, which is unusual. But it worked out really well. Germaine was there with me, California team member, did an excellent job. Germaine, just your experience there in terms of the conference and the attendees and the excitement about the people for our products and all.
Yes. That was my first conference, and it was absolutely wonderful experience. It was completely sold out. We had a lot of new diversity inclusion officers, so a lot of them were hungry for the knowledge. They were very impressed with our product line because they did see some programs, training programs. However, they were considered live, and what impressed them most is they were looking for something that they can do online that was going to be cost efficient and time efficient as well. So we had a lot of foot traffic and a lot of interest in our product.
Right.
Wow, that's wonderful, wonderful. So it sounds like, because it seemed like from what you're saying, it was better than you could have imagined, even thought it to be. Wow,
It
Oh,
was.
absolutely.
wow. So Bill, what did you learn? Well, actually, before I go to that, Jermaine, so what was your experience being a vendor at that event?
Mhm. Okay, yeah, that's a great question. I love working with people. So I love the excitement and the generation that everyone seemed to enjoy our product line because we offer the 3 lines of service. We're a complete product line, and then they seem to love the map as well. So I really enjoyed and fed off the energy of the other people and their excitement over our product line.
Wow, that's wonderful, wonderful. Wow, it's because sometimes we get to hear the actual the attendees that've been in the conference, but it's just good to have a take from vendors, from just seeing how the product flowed, and you could actually see
Mhm.
what the attendees got out of it by what they purchased. Wow, wonderful.
Yes. Mhm.
Now another question, Bill, what did you learn from the conference? If you could share with us.
A couple of things. We were there trying to gauge the excitement about 2 new products we have. One is a basic introduction to diversity product. It's the diversity map that Jermaine just mentioned. It's the diversity map kit, really. Indeed. And that's a new product for us. It's a new design as well. It's a new approach to doing that intro to diversity for your new employees or employees who've not had diversity before. It's an engaging product. It's one where experiential learning. They do all the work themselves. It's a game kind of format, so they engage and involve like people in the workplace today love to have. And we saw they worked out really well in terms of one, drawing people in, just having the map there, exposed, open, just the colors and the brightness drew them over there. What is this? You know, or what do you do with this? How does it work? Which is what we wanted from that product. So we learned a lot in terms of the way in which that product presents itself and the hope we have for that for the future. The other product we have there was the big diversity platform, Win Insights Plus platform. It's a much more difficult product to exhibit at a conference like that because it's so involved, so many pieces to it. But we tried to do our best to do a basic introduction. We had a large banner behind us, which had the basic pieces of the program there. We could demo on site there with an iPad, which we were able to do for those who were very interested. So getting them in a few minutes, an understanding of the program, what we're doing was important. We were able to do that as well. There's more work to do there. Have a quick 1 minute, 2 minutes, something kind of designs, walk people through the entire product. That's the next phase, I believe. We learned that from the conference. In terms of things around diversity, it was a very good conference for those who attended the session. I was able to do most of the sessions. I did do some of the preliminary sessions, opening and closing, and learned a lot in terms of where people are with respect to the nation's move around diversity and inclusion. People are concerned that the nation has moved back a step or two. Our work is getting harder, not easier. Some of the gains we made over the years have been taken away. Those are some of the trends we heard in terms of dialogue and conversation throughout the day. And I think that matches my own personal feelings and understanding as well as to where we are as an individual. So I learned away a lot from the conference.
Wow. So then tell me, what was your favorite thing at the conference, Bill?
My favorite thing at the conference, there was an opening session, a plenary session. A young man from Starbucks, VP Diversity of Starbucks spoke and did an excellent job of talking about diversity and inclusion. He had some great metaphors and things he used to explain diversity and explain the walk. Everyone afterwards said, you need to have a book. He's writing a book right now. What's your book? You know, make sure you get it written. Next time we're gonna have the book. So he was well received by everyone. I thought that was my favorite part of the conference there. And just being in San Francisco wasn't either.
Wow, thank you so much. Thank you so much for sharing that. That's great. Make me seem like, you know, I mean, well, like I was there. Wow.
Okay.
Oh, let me just stop there. Anyway, now, what did you learn from the conference, Germaine? Actually, like from seeing what the other products that other vendors bought.
Okay. Well, I guess I learned a few things. One, that we're in the right place at the right time, because a lot of the companies are just so hungry for this knowledge. They feel like they're behind the curve.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, a lot of them are brand new diversity officers, and so there's a big gap in their knowledge base. We really can provide a resource for them. It's of course it's a hot topic given our culture right now. I did have an opportunity to go around and visit some of the vendors. Like I mentioned earlier, some of them were lacking. They may have had a piece of the puzzle, but our product seems like it's more of a complete product to service the entire company, whether it's, doing mentoring, whether it's ongoing training, whether it's, doing the games, and people seem to really be engaged with that diversity map as well. So I'm very excited for where we're going right now.
Wow, that's great. It sounds like you just mentioned some of the tools. And if I want to back off that, Bill, can you tell us some of the tools that you have to offer, or the tools actually that you have to offer?
I mentioned the two big ones we have. One is the Diversity Engagement Map, which is that 90-minute Introduction to Diversity program. That's an excellent new tool we have here. The Win Insights Plus platform is a large platform for small and large organizations to do a full-blown, year-long, 2-year-long diversity engagement to fully integrate diversity into the culture of the organization. Those are two big tools. A third big one we have is our engagement survey, which is a tool we've used for more than 20 years now. It's a very, very good survey to doing a base understanding of where your culture is right now with respect to embracing diversity and inclusion. It's one you can use as a pre and post survey. You do the survey up front, you get your scores, you do something, intervention around diversity and inclusion. 12 months, 18 months later, you do the exact same survey again, and you can see how much you've grown and improved in your scores based on what you've done. So the engagement survey is another big tool we have. Very good. Another tool that's kind of indirect is our coaching services we provide, mentoring coaching. Last year, I spent a year on all universities campus as their interim chief diversity officer, and now I'm looking to work with other organizations who have diversity leaders to mentor and coach them through that first year or two. So that we can do as well, the whole mentoring coaching piece, using our expertise, 30 years of experience in the industry, to help others grow very quickly into that new role. Those are the main ones that we're really focusing on right now in terms of our marketing programs.
Wow, thank you. I just so love how you're showing measurement of your program. Now, can you tell us about the diversity service that the HR Source provide?
The service we provide is mainly in the area of just mentoring, coaching, and program development kinds of stuff. We have great experience in walking organizations through the entire phase of diversity from start to finish. You know, starting a new initiative, building your team, internal team or task force to support it, coaching your leaders and managers in terms of their role in the process, coaching executive team in terms of what they need to do to support the process and what it would cost for them to do it properly in terms of financial resources, human resources. But the whole process approach to diversity and inclusion is what we have to offer for our team, for our individuals there. That's a big piece we have that what we're doing right
now. Wow, that's wonderful. Wow, I mean, this is so much wealth of information that you're providing and about your company. And this is just, you excuse me for just being a little bit excited, because I think it just makes the person want to dive in, because you're talking about the colors, you know, the color of the map and the engagement, and just how it's just leading the client and the prospective clients from step 1 to step 2, like from A to Z, so to speak, and just looking at the measurement and the tools and the diversity that you all offer. I mean, I just think that's just paramount to success of the business, of other people's business that they are moving forward in. So my final question, what is your favorite, let's say, swag or your freebie at the conference?
Germaine, you want to take that one because you actually worked the part of those.
Well, of course, ours was the favorite. People really seemed engaged in when we had a treasure chest. We had a diversity tool that we used. It was basically a magnet with, I guess, clips that were different colors. And I've seen these before as well, and absolutely love it. It's a good little exercise in diversity. And so people would come to our you use their key to open up the treasure chest to win our particular swag prize. So I'm a little partial. I think ours was absolutely the best. We generate a lot of excitement and fun. And when someone would win, they'd get excited and everyone clap for them. So it would draw people to us as well. So I think ours was the best.
Well, the booths around us, every time someone on the booths around us would look around, they'll stop and they'll say, "Somebody won? Oh, great."
Well,
that was a lot of fun.
You have extra key for me. Wow. You know, guys, I really want to thank you so much for joining us. And hope to have you guys back again. I tell you, this has just been great. Once again, everyone, this has been a great interview with Mr. Bill Shackleford and with Miss Germaine Robinson. And we just thank you all for spending the time this early this morning to be with us. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're very welcome.
Well, thanks for having us. It's been a pleasure.
Okay, and we'll talk to you another time.
Bye-bye.
Okay, bye.